Hello, once again welcome to our new session of the Private Pro. Today we're going to continue with our ongoing series One Day One Shot, and today we'll start with Animal Kingdom. So I'll write the important topics of this chapter in a lecture, and it will be very much beneficial for you for your upcoming examination. Okay, so the topic is Animal Kingdom. In this topic, we'll first write a basis of classification. Basis of classification. On this basis of classification, we'll proceed with following features. So, on the basis of the classification, we demonstrate it by some few structures. So, what are those? Levels of organization. First is the level of organization. Level of organization. So, on this level of organization, we have a cellular level of organization that consists of the sponges. Cellular level consists of sponges. Tissue level. See, if you go on studying with the NCERT, you need more time to revise it. But if you go on studying with One Day One Shot series, you can revise the NCERT both 11 and 12 in a single day. Okay. So, a tissue level, coelentrates, ctenophores, okay, organ level, that is platyhelminthes, organ system level, it is Annelida, Arthropoda, and higher animals. Okay. Now, this is the level of classification and it is a level of organization. Okay. Now, if you go on with the coelomates, a coelomate, it consists of the sponges, coelenterids, platyhelminthes, the pseudocoelomates, it's Aschelminthes, and the coelomate, it's annelids and higher animals. Okay. So now, in the case of the symmetry, if you go on in the case of the symmetry, it's asymmetric, it is sponges, radially symmetry, it's coelenterids, adult gynoderms, Antinophores. And bilateral symmetry, Annelida 2, chordate, and larva of echinoderms. Now, on the case of the basis of the classification, that is, by the circulatory system, an open circulatory system, it, blood vessels is absent, and in closed circulatory system, blood vessel is present. In the case of the germ layer, diploblastic, it is sponge, coelenterate, and ctenophores. And triploblastic, it is platyhelminthes, and higher animals. And in the case of the notochord, see, from this flow chart I am drawing, you can get the gist idea of this chapter, because I think if you have already practiced MCQs from different chapters and different books or different test series, I think you will get questions, you are getting the questions from these topics only. Okay. So you can all find it that revising this topic or revising on this video will make you on the higher side of in the examinations. It is mesodermal, notochord is mesodermal in origin. It is derived like a rod-like structure. Formed on the dorsal side. During the embryonic stage. In case of the chordates, animals with notochord in any stage of life. Example, fish, amphibia, reptiles, bird, mammals, and non-chordate is Porifera to hemichordata. Now, if you go on with the digestive system, Its incomplete digestive system. There is platyhelminthes, coelenterate, and incomplete. It is Aschelminthes, two chordates. Okay. Now come to the segmentation. Its body is externally and internally divided into segments with serial repetition of at least some organs. It shows metameric segmentation. There is example, for example, it's earthworm. Segmentation also seen in arthropods. And chordates. Okay. So on the basis of this classification, I have given a brief ideas. Now the classification of animals. So come to the classification of the animals. Give the next topic. Classification of animals. Now, in the classification of animal, phylum Podifera. Phylum Podifera, it is habitat. They are generally marine. Some are of fresh waters. Canal system. Water entering through ostia and central cavity. That is the spongocoel. And goes out through osculum. Okay. Now comes in it helps in the canal system, helps in food gathering, respiratory exchange, and waste removal. Guanocytes That is the collar cell. It is called flagellated. The choanocyte or the collar cell is flagellated. Okay, the choanocyte or the collar cell, it lines the spongiocell. Lines spongiocell. Digestion, it is intracellular. Skeleton, spicules and spongin fibers. Reproduction, hermaphrodite, it is bisexual, asexually by fragmentation, asexually by fragmentation, fertilization, internal with indirect development, and with indirect development means morphologically dissimilar stage of larva. And for example, you can write cycon, spongilla, euspongia. Okay, now come to the phylum Coelenterata. Okay, come to the phylum Coelenterata. That is the Nitaria. Phylum Coelenterata or the Nitaria. Okay, in this case, a habitat, it is aquatic, mostly marine, sessile or free swimming. Nidoblast, nidocyte, containing stinging capsules, nematocytes and present. Present on tentacles and used for anchorage, defense and prey capturing. Now come to the body cavity. have central gastrovascular cavity with single opening. It is also called a hypostome. Digestion, both extra and intracellular. Skeleton, corals have calcium carbonate skeleton. Basic forms of basic body forms: polyp, and medusa. For example, Hydra, Aurelia, Obelia, Physalia, Adamsia, Pinnatula, etc. Okay, now come to the next topic, phylum Ctenophora. Also called sea walnuts, comb jellies. Habitat: exclusively marine. Special organ: 8 external rows of ciliated complex. Digestion, both extra and intracellular. Reproduction, only sexual. Example, Pleurobrachia and Tinoplana. Pleurobrachia and Tinoplana. Okay. So the next topic will start. With Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Phylum Platyhelminthes. So body shape: dorsoventrally flattened. Habitat: mostly endoparasites. Special structure, hooks and suckers. Are found in clinging and absorption. Excretory cells, flame cell, helps in osmoregulation. Reproduction, hermaphrodites. Fertilization, internal with indirect development. Planaria possess high regeneration capacity. Okay, so it can form its body organ very fast if it got cut down, or it can regenerate very fast. Example: Tania, Fasciola, Planaria. Now come to Aschelminthes, phylum Aschelminthes. Body shape, circular cross section, habitat, free living, aquatic, terrestrial, parasite on plant and animal, digestive system, complete and well developed. Excretion, rennet cells, it is a H-tubed, H-shaped basically. Rennet cells are H-shaped. Reproduction, unisexual oblique dioecious. Dimorphism, male smaller than female. Fertilization, internal with direct and indirect development. Ascaris is a roundworm, and Wucheria, filarial worm. Phylum Annelida, its body shape marked out into metameres segments. Habitat: aquatic, terrestrial, free living, rarely parasite. Locomotory organ: body has longitudinal and circular. Body has longitudinal and circular muscles. Okay. Aquatic annelids like Nereis possess lateral appendages. Pseudopodia for swimming. Excretory system, nephridia, help in osmoregulation. Reproduction: some unisexual. Example: Nereis, Ferretima, Hirudinaria. Okay. Now the next topic is phylum Arthropoda. Okay. It is the largest phylum. Segmentation present. Skeleton is exoskeleton is chitin. Body division: head, thorax and abdomen. Locomotion by jointed appendages. Respiration by gills. Book gills. Book lungs. Circulatory system open. Excretion through Malpighian tubules. Reproduction dioecious. Fertilization usually internal. Fertilization is usually internal with direct and indirect development. Both can be seen. Okay, now example, apis, that is honeybee, bombyx, that is silkworm, laxifer, lackworm, anopheles, anopheles, that is mosquito, culex, aedes. Living fossil is limulus. Limulus, king crab. Bengali, what do we say as Raj Kakra. Okay. Now, come to the next is phylum Mollusca. Habitat, terrestrial or aquatic. It is can be seen in marine as well as freshwater. Body division, of it is covered by calciferous cell. Covered by calciferous cell and is unsegmented. It has no segment. Okay, so it is unsegmented. And unsegmented. It has distinct head, muscular foot. Distinct head, muscular foot, visceral hump. Special structure, soft and spongy. Layer of skin, forms a mantle over the visceral hump. Respiration, and excretion. Space between the hump and mantle. Have feather-like gills which perform respiration and excretion. Sense organ, the sense organ of molluscas. Anterior head with sensory tentacles. Reproduction, usually dioecious. and oviparous with indirect development. For example, the pila, pink tada, loligo, octopus, aplysia, dentalium. Okay. So next come to the phylum Echinodermata. Habitat all marine. Endoskeleton Calcaria species. Digestive system complete with mouth on ventral and lower and anus on dorsal oblique upper side. Okay, water vascular system helps in locomotion and capture of prey. So helps in locomotion and capture of prey. Digestive system complete mouth on ventral and anus on dorsal. Okay. Water vascular system help in locomotion capture and transport of food. Respiration. Excretory system absent. Reproduction is dioecious. Fertilization usually external. Fertilization usually external with indirect development. Example: Asterias, Echinus, Antedon, Cucumeria, Ophiura. Okay, so Echinodermata has been completed. Now come to the last. The chapter is getting to an end. More 30 minutes will be required to that. So now come to the next part is called phylum Hemichordate. So it is the phylum Hemichordata. So earlier was considered as a subphylum under Chordata. Now, habitat worm-like marine. Body shape and division cylindrical and contains anterior proboscis. Circulatory system open and respiration by gills. Excretory organ, proboscis gland, important. Reproduction, dioecious animal. Fertilization, external with indirect development. Characteristics feature, okay, now just come complete. Now come to chordata. Now phylum chordata. Characteristic feature, notochord, dorsal hollow nerve cord, paired pharyngeal, gill slits, post anal tail, it has three subphyla. One is Urochordata. The second one is Cephalochordata. Third one is Vertebrata. Now, in the case of the chordata, we have two, Urochordata and Cephalochordata. So, in the case of the Urochordata, it is exclusively marine. Example, Ascidia, Salpa, Doliolum. And Cephalochordata, notochord extends from head to tail. For example, it is Brachiostoma. Okay. Now comes to Vertebrata. Example, petromyzon. It is lamprey. Example are being asked. So you need to study those characters before this examination. Where character is required, I will describe it. In case of the cyclostomata, vertebrata, cyclostomata, cartilaginous endoskeleton, slits are separated without operculum, lock air bladder, poikilothermic, internal fertilization, viviparous. Example of the electric organ present, its case of torpedo, poison sting, trigon, scoliodon, pistis. Okay. Class Osteichthyes is exocetus. It is flying fish. Katla, Clarius, beta, Petrophyllum, Pterophyllum, write the examples of these classes. Amphibia, have body divided into head and trunk, three-chambered heart, urinary tract, respiratory tract opens outside, example bufo, rana, hyla, salamandra, etc. Avis, uh, endoskeleton is bony, long bones are hollow with air cavity, crop and gizzard found, example corvus, columba, piscicula, reptilia, cold-blooded, tympanum present, three-chamber heart, except crocodile. Snakes and lizards shed their scales. Example, fertilization internal, Chiloni, testude, chameleon, alligator, bangarus, the last is the mammalia. Mammary glands present. Skin possess hair. External ear in the form of pinnae. Different types of teeth are found. Example, oviparous. That is the platypus, duckbill platypus. It is the only mammal that lay eggs. Viviparous, macropus, that is kangaroo. Pteropus, flying fox. Camelus, that is camel. Canis, Felis, Equus, Balænoptera, tiger. So up to this chapter ends here, and in the next chapter, probably the chapter number 5, the morphology of flowering plants or the anatomy of the plants will be taught. Till then, please go through this video and please take down the notes, because I don't think question will come outside these topics, because in general every year question comes from these topics only. So I have covered everything of this chapter. Please go through it and take down the notes of whichever important points you like, and do like and subscribe and share this channel. So get tuned for the next lecture. Okay, till then, bye bye.